The easiest way to enable gateway routing is to enable Discovery Locator feature. This will make Spring Cloud API Gateway to automatically map and route incoming HTTP requests to a destination microservice. And additionally to automatic mapping, you can also configure API Gateway routes manually. A manual mapping will give you a lot more granular control over the mapping of incoming HTTP requests, but at this point in video course we do not need that. So using automatic mapping will be the easiest way to start using API Gateway, right? So let's see how it works. I will open application properties file of my API Gateway project. It is inside of source, main, resources, and I will enable Discovery Locator feature by adding one more property. It starts with Spring Cloud Gateway Discovery Locator enabled equals true. Like this, and this will enable the Discovery Locator feature. Now when we have enabled the Service Discovery Locator feature, let's run our API Gateway and see how it works. So I will save application properties file, and first I will start Eureka Discovery service. So I will select Eureka Discovery and then choose Run as Spring Boot application. Next I will start up my Products microservice. And finally, I will start up my API Gateway. Now I will bring in browser window and I will check Eureka dashboard. Here's my Eureka dashboard and I see that both API Gateway and Products microservice have registered with Eureka. So now let's try sending HTTP request to a web service endpoint that is exposed by our Products microservice, but we will send this HTTP request via API Gateway. So to do that, I will bring in Postman, and here I have HTTP GET request that is sent directly to Products microservice because the port number here 8080 is a port number of Products microservice. Now my Spring Cloud API Gateway is running on a different port number. It is running on port number 80 and 82. So I will change the port number first, 80 and 82. Our API Gateway is registered with Eureka and we have enabled Discovery Locator feature. So our API Gateway will try to map this request to a service that is registered with Eureka. And to help our API Gateway to do that, we need to include service name in the request URL. So let's see under what name our Products microservice is registered with Eureka. I'll bring in Eureka dashboard and here's Products microservice application name. I will copy this name and I'll go back to Postman and I will paste it right after the port number. So port number / and then application name / and then the web service endpoint that is exposed by Products service microservice. So let's try sending this request. And it worked well. We were able to send HTTP GET request to Products microservice via API Gateway. And we did not create any custom API Gateway routes, just enabled the Discovery Locator feature. And Spring Cloud API Gateway used the service name that we have provided in the URL to find the address of microservice registered with Eureka and then route HTTP request to that microservice. And notice that the service name used on the URL is in capital letters. So this is something not very common that you will see in URLs. Usually URL is all lowercase. But if we try sending this request to Products microservice using lowercase, then it will fail. Let's try. So if I send it this way, then the web service endpoint is not found. Spring Cloud API Gateway was not able to find the microservice that is registered with Eureka under Product service with lowercase. And to fix that, we'll need to use one more configuration property that I will add to application.properties file. And the property is Spring Cloud Gateway Discovery Locator lowercase service ID equals to true. And this will help us use lowercase service name in the URL of HTTP request. Now I will save application properties file and I will simply restart my API gateway. I will expand the Spring Boot dashboard, will select API gateway and will restart it. Now when API gateway has restarted, I will go back to Postman and I will simply repeat this HTTP request. And now it worked. Alright, so our Discovery Locator feature is working well, and if we have more microservices to start up and register with Eureka, we should be able to send HTTP request to them via API gateway using their service name in the URL of HTTP request.